YouTube, we back with another one. Alright, this our first reaction video, you feel me? We doing a little reaction video. Yeah, we about to start doing reactions. We got the 10 most wanted people in the world, you feel me? I need y'all to click the link in the description, both of the links. You click either one. I need y'all to DM me artists from local artists from the city that y'all listen to. They gotta have a music video, or if it's your music video, send it to me on Instagram. I'm gonna leave both of our links in the description. DM to both of us, and we gonna react to this shit. You feel me? Yeah, man. As you can see, it's only 2 of us today. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately. Right, due to circumstances, you feel me? Moolah can't be with us, but facts, man. Free Moolah in the comments. Free Moolah, you feel me? Free bro. We going up for bro, you feel me? Get us free Big Shot Moolah. Come on, man. Y'all run us up. Subscribe to us. We trying to get the 1K, but we only at almost 150. So y'all subscribe, man. Run that up if you support us. If you don't, still subscribe and just leave. You feel me? Do that. But without further ado, let's get into the 10 most wanted people in the world, you feel me?
Today, we're covering some of the FBI's most wanted fugitives.
Got you, son.
These 10
Light
most
it up,
wanted
man.
people
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
most
world
definitely.
are some of the most hunted criminals on the planet. They're all wanted for murder, along with a variety of other crimes. They're all on the run and will have to spend their entire lives looking over their shoulder until they're eventually brought in to answer for their crimes. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all our latest and most exciting content. Number 10, Robert William Fisher. Robert William Fisher is a U.S. citizen who was added to the FBI's most wanted list on June 29, 2002. He's the 475th criminal to be added to this list, and became a fugitive after he supposedly murdered his wife, Mary, and their 2 children, Robert Jr. and Brittany. Fisher didn't stop there, however, and tried to cover his tracks by blowing up their home in Scottsdale, Arizona. It seems that his marriage was on the rocks when he went on his murder spree, and the FBI believes his motive was that his wife was talking about divorcing him. It seems that she was worried about Fisher's temper, and rightfully so. Once he had dispatched his family one by one, he rigged a natural gas line to explode, hoping to erase the evidence of his brutal crimes. His issues potentially stemmed from the fact that his parents had a messy divorce when he was only 15, leaving him broken both mentally and emotionally. Once an act...
Wait, so that was the reason for him doing that to his... He killed his family. Hey, listen, y'all. If y'all young and y'all got kids, bro, whatever you do, just know it affect your kids. It's gonna be with them and stick with them, and it's gonna dictate the way they live their life. You feel me? So, all y'all, you feel me? We done all grew up around my age by now, but all y'all, you know who got kids, raising kids my age, you know, young parents.
In his Baptist church, he and his wife were undergoing marriage counseling, thanks to an affair he had with a prostitute that left him with a urinary tract infection. According to neighbors, the 2 ended up getting into a vicious and heated argument 10 hours prior to their house being decimated by an explosion. When emergency responders arrived to put out the subsequent blaze, they also found that Mary was shot in the back of the head prior to the blast, and that Fisher had slit the throats of both of his children before rigging their furnace's gas line to explode and going on the run. Number 9, Alexis Flores. Alexis Flores was the 487th fugitive.
If y'all seen what I'm saying, bro, this shit, it's only 2 zeros in the middle. What the fuck? I don't know where that's at. They got their numbers fucked up.
To be added to the FBI's most wanted list on June 2nd of 2007. He's currently a wanted man after he kidnapped, raped, and murdered 5-year-old Ariana De Jesus in Philadelphia.
People like that deserve to go to hell. Big facts. All like All the way.
5-year-old girl, bro. Come on, my nigga.
Shit terrible. That's disgusting, bro. You deserve.
Bro, they gonna
deserve
get you
everything.
in that, yeah,
That
they gonna get you in that jam, nigga.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's gonna be more than 5 years of you getting way worse than that, bro.
Pennsylvania, back in 2002.
Terrible.
A Honduran citizen who was homeless and living a drifting lifestyle in the U.S. Flores was deported to Honduras in 2005 due to his being charged in connection to a forgery ring in Arizona. Unfortunately, he was deported before his more troubling crimes came to light. 5 years after the event, DNA evidence effectively tied him to his crime. But at that point, he had already disappeared after going into hiding back in Honduras. With few leads to go on, it seems that Flores will remain on the FBI's most wanted list until he's finally apprehended and brought back to the U.S. to face justice. The chances of that happening seem to be slim these days.
It's like, I don't fuck with the police at all, y'all. But I think, like, for them type people, that's what the police is for. That's what the system for them type people. You get me? Like, that's.
But if you selling drugs, they could.
You get so much time, not like. And yeah, like, come on, bro. They can't find. I mean, look like, nah, shit.
Although the FBI is still actively searching for him and will probably continue to do so until he's either found dead or eventually brought in alive. He can be easily identified thanks to a large surgical scar on his neck that Flores said he received after being injured when Hurricane Mitch hit Honduras back in 1998. Number 8, Jason Derek Brown. Jason Derek Brown has been on the FBI Most Wanted list since December 8th of 2007, when he became the prime suspect in a murder and robbery investigation. In November of 2004, it seems that he shot and killed an armored car guard outside of a movie theater in Phoenix, Arizona. He managed to grab $56,000 during the robbery and fled the scene with the cash stuffed in a duffel bag.
Big W. How he do that? How he do that, bruh? At the movie theater, bruh? Who think about catching the armor guard at the movie theater? Not at this nigga ain't catch him at the bank. Not at the store loading up the ATM.
Movie theater.
At the movie theater, bruh. Straight lacking.
Smart lit.
Damn, this man was on a different timing, bruh. 56 bands. Killed the arm. This nigga arm and armor. They said an armored officer, bruh.
Oh. Dang.
I want no smoke with I don't know his name, but get him off the street, bruh.
Used a bicycle of all things to make his escape, and it's crazy
that
nobody was able to stop
fuck?
him or track him down after the fact. He currently has a $200,000 bounty on his head, and the FBI suspects that he fled the country not long after he...
Oh, they didn't say, what, a bounty on his head? Why they not trying to capture this nigga? They got a bounty on his head, bruh. Bro, y'all see this man, bruh? He got one of them ices too. That like homemade ice.
They have narrowed down the list of countries that he potentially escaped to, and are sure that he fled to either France or Thailand. Number 7, Yasser Abdel Saeed. Yasser Abdel Saeed is wanted for the double murder of his daughters back in January 1st, 2008. He was officially added to the FBI's most wanted list on December 4th of 2014 and is the 504th person to make the list. Saeed was supposedly very controlling of his family and was upset that his daughters weren't adhering to traditional Islamic cultural practices. He got them to join in his cab by suggesting the trio go out to dinner, but shot them when they got inside. He eluded police and is now on the run. It seems that he also physically and sexually abused both of his daughters, proving that he's a pretty despicable...
Hold up. I'm not Muslim, y'all. That's not what I like. That's not my religion I practice, but isn't it against... First of all, it's against to even touch your own daughter. That's nasty as fuck.
Yeah, that's against humanity.
But it's like,
first though,
you're not even supposed to... You deserve to go to hell.
yeah, that's...
Some sources say that he may have fled to Egypt, but the FBI is
Terrible,
sure that he's
bro.
still driving a cab somewhere in New York City, but they haven't been able to track him down yet.
Bro, I didn't want to say this before, but that's because too many of these people, they look alike. Like, you know how, like, a lot of people feel like they can't discriminate a different black person from another black person. They just used to think all black people look the same. Just, you feel me? Like, that's how a lot of people see other races. Y'all don't really, you feel me? Like, he looked like a bunch of other, not him right here, but the other dude, he looked like a bunch of other taxi drivers, like they said.
Patel.
Regular, just Muslim guy who probably own a business or work.
And killing his wife in plain sight.
Let me go back.
Rajkumar Chetanbhai Patel is wanted for stabbing and killing his wife in plain sight in a donut shop in Hanover, Maryland on April 12th, 2015.
Plain sight. So shit, he wanted to go to jail. So like,
bro,
he knew he was doing
this. And I just said this. I said, like, how is he most wanted? How the fuck he on his list? If he did it in plain sight at work at Dunkin' Donuts, that's because he looked like every other person in his race. We can't really discriminate them too much. We don't know what they feel. We're not too familiar with them. Like, I'm not. I'm gonna be real. I don't even know the race to call him. I don't even know what race he is. Like, but I know a bunch of people that look like him. I see a lot of people who like on everything, bruh. Let me go. I know all y'all done seen at least one of him at Dunkin' Donuts. Real talk. I know, bruh, y'all don't, it's cause who pays attention to who they run, like, who pay attention to the nigga at Dunkin' Donuts anyway?
Wanted for stabbing and killing his wife in plain sight in a donut shop in Hanover, Maryland on April 12th, 2015. He was added to the FBI's most wanted list on April 28th, 2017, making him the 514th addition to the list. He fled the scene and was last seen hopping on a shuttle headed to Pennsylvania Station in Newark, New Jersey. He could be anywhere.
Bro, my nigga, he out here. I just said.
Well, like, saw that nigga, bro.
Bro,
you probably saw that nigga.
Bro, come on, y'all. This ain't no cool look. Look, he look like every Dunkin' Donuts nigga, bro. Next time you go to Dunkin' Donuts and you see Buddy, bruh, this wow. I thought I was just talking, bruh. This ain't no coincidence, bruh.
Having ties to Canada, India, and a number of U.S. states. Number 5, Santiago Villalba Mederos. Added to the FBI's most wanted list as the 525th entry back on September 25th of 2017, Mederos was a known member of the East Side Lacote Serenos gang and is wanted for his part in the fatal shooting of a young woman and the attempted murder of his victim's brother. He also shot another man and killed him a few months later. Mederos was a teenager at the time, but his crimes were vicious enough that the FBI took notice. They placed a $100,000 bounty on Mederos' head and have been looking for him ever since.
In them type of situations, bro was putting in work.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Section.
And what I noticed about this bounty stuff, this not in the United States. This is other countries. This gotta be because this is the world, not United States. That's what I just had to, you feel me? Just to let y'all know, because I just remember, you feel me? So, yeah. But he most definitely was, you feel me? Or probably trying to defend himself, maybe. Who know the real story?
4. Alejandro Castillo. Alejandro Castillo was added to the FBI's most wanted list on October 24th, 2017. thanks to his connection to the murder of 23-year-old Sandy Lai Lee. Castillo and Sandy had previously dated after getting to know each other at a restaurant they both worked at in Charlotte, North Carolina. He currently has a $100,000 bounty on his head. Castillo and Sandy had broken up by the time of the murder, and Castillo began dating another co-worker not long after the two parted ways. Sandy had loaned Castillo money during their time together, and he called her up saying that he was ready to pay her back. Instead of doing so, however, he held her at gunpoint and forced her to withdraw all the money from her bank account. He then drove her to a secluded area and shot her in the head, proceeding to dump her body in a nearby ravine.
Bruh. Straight. Bruh. Straight tricked out her treat, bruh. That's wild. Females is dumb and naive, bruh. Especially for somebody they want to be with.
Castillo then went on the run with his new girlfriend and Sandy's ex-coworker, Amia Feaster. Authorities believe that they fled to Mexico after he was picked up by a surveillance camera crossing the border. It's assumed that the two are still hiding somewhere in Mexico, although their exact whereabouts are unknown. Number 3, Rafael Caro Quintero. Added to the FBI's most wanted list on April 12th of 2018, Rafael Caro Quintero is the 518th person to find himself on the list and is still being hounded by the FBI. He was a former Mexican cartel leader, and his list of crimes is rather lengthy. The FBI is looking for him due to his connection to the kidnapping and murder of DEA agent Enrique Camarena and pilot Alfredo Zavala Avalar. He also killed a writer, John Clay Walker, and a dentistry student, Alberto Radalat. He was arrested in Mexico back in 1985 and served 28 years before being released in 2013. When he was released, the FBI almost immediately issued a new arrest warrant for Quintero, thanks to the U.S. federal government putting pressure on Mexican authorities to rearrest him. From that point forward, the cartel boss was forced to go into hiding, and not much has been heard of him since then. His whereabouts are currently unknown, with minimal arrest. It's thought that he's still in Mexico, but he could technically be anywhere at this point. Number 2, Arnaldo Jimenez. Arnaldo Jimenez was added to the FBI's most wanted list on May 8th of 2019, after it was found that he had murdered his wife 7 years earlier. She was killed on May 12, 2012, and was stabbed to death only a few hours after she officially married Jimenez. She was found in the bathtub of their home in Burbank, Illinois. Arnaldo was nowhere to be found, prompting a massive manhunt and a $100,000 bounty to be placed on his head. His wife, Estrella Carrera, had 2 children from a previous marriage and a 2-year-old son with Jimenez. They had been out with friends the night before, leaving a nightclub around 4 a.m. The two then supposedly got into a massive argument in the car on the way home. That's when Jimenez stabbed her repeatedly before driving home and dragging her body into the apartment. She was still wearing the same dress that she wore at their wedding when she was killed. Her family noticed that she was missing when she failed to pick her kids up from a family member's home. Police searched their apartment, noticing that Jimenez and his car had disappeared. The FBI is sure that Jimenez is hiding out in Durango, Mexico, but his exact whereabouts are unknown. Number 1, Eugene Palmer. Officially the 523rd person to be added to the FBI's most wanted list, Eugene Palmer has been a wanted fugitive since being added on May 29, 2019. The crime in question took place back in 2012 on September 4th. He's currently wanted for the murder of his daughter-in-law, Tammy. His bounty has been set at $100,000. He was living in Stony Point at the time, with his son and daughter-in-law living next door. The couple had begun to drift apart and had started seeing other people when Palmer and Tammy got into an argument. She filed for a restraining order against his son, further angering Eugene. Tammy had also threatened to file for divorce and was going to sue the Palmers. Eugene supposedly killed Tammy after she dropped her kids off at their regular school bus stop. He hid in the woods and shot her with a shotgun from a distance, hitting her in the arm and chest. He fled the scene in a pickup truck after being spotted by witnesses, eventually ditching the vehicle to flee on foot. He managed to elude police search dogs and has been on the run ever since. Some family members are sure that he died while hiding from the authorities, as he was known to have a heart condition and diabetes, which he was taking medication for. Still, no body was found, leading the FBI to assume that he's potentially still alive and possibly hiding with relatives in Florida or upstate New York. And that's 10 most wanted people in the world. If you enjoyed the...
Alright, man. I need y'all to get this video to 50 likes. 50 likes good?
25.
25? Get this to 25 likes. And we're gonna do another one of these, you feel me?
Facts.
And once again, we're gonna put both of our links to our Instagrams in the description so y'all can DM us artist music for us to react to local artists, you feel me? If you ain't from here, shit, fuck it, you feel me? Say your favorite local artist from where you from.
Facts.
Feel me? We'll react to them.
Make sure y'all subscribe.
Like.
Make sure y'all put free moolah in the comments.
Word up, man. Spam that. Spam free moolah in the comments. I need every person who watched this say it. Comment it at least twice, you feel me?
Facts.
Yeah, man, we out of here, bro.
Biggshottakay, I am the one. Use my hands, don't need my gun. If it come down to it, man.